Did you ever consider that eating bananas incorrectly could be harmful to your health? Most of us were raised with the belief that one of the healthiest fruits available. Bananas are high in potassium, easy to digest, and a great choice for breakfast or a quick snack. However, depending on your circumstances or habits, the banana itself may be working against you. Since your body becomes more susceptible to sugar digestion and inflammation after the age of 60, it's critical to understand how this seemingly harmless fruit can actually do harm. This video will demonstrate 5 ways eating bananas might become something that hurts instead of benefits. You might be surprised by every detail, from how you store them to how you consume them. By the end, you'll know exactly what to avoid and how to keep bananas working for you rather than against you. Keep reading because the last error is one that most people make without even recognizing it. And after hearing it, you might never view bananas the same way again. Let's begin. Eating moldy or overripe bananas is a mistake. Most people believe that a banana is okay to eat as long as it isn't entirely black. But when it starts to get dark brown or black areas, particularly if fuzzy mold starts to grow close to the stem or skin, it might not be ripe anymore. It could be tainted, and what appears to be a harmless speck might be concealing chemicals your body doesn't require. Banana mold frequently develops covertly. If you don't look closely, you might miss it. It usually begins where the skin is injured or broken, and as it spreads, mycotoxins may be released. Chemicals that aggravate the digestive tract impair immunity, and in susceptible individuals, they might result in symptoms like headaches, nausea, or even respiratory issues. Consider Evelyn, 74, who consumes muesli and a banana every morning. However, she had mild bloating and weariness in her stomach one week, which seemed to occur suddenly. She examined her bananas more carefully after ruling out all other possibilities and discovered that several of them had mold under the peel. She had assumed it was simply ripening naturally, but it wasn't. As you age, your body changes, and the lining of your stomach becomes more fragile. Your immune system becomes less active. Knowing when something has gone too far is crucial because something you may have dismissed in your 40s could become a serious issue in your 70s or 80s. A few freckles are acceptable. A small amount of softness is acceptable, but it's time to discard a banana if it feels slimy, smells rotten, or has dark liquid collecting near the stem. Don't consume the rest after removing the problematic section. Even though you can't see them, the toxins can spread within the fruit if mold is present. Additionally, don't simply leave your bananas on the counter if they ripen too quickly. Put them in the refrigerator. The inside will remain fresher for longer even if the surface will turn dark. Ripe bananas can even be frozen, so they may be used later in baking or smoothies instead of going bad on the counter. While a rotten banana might subtly contaminate your digestive tract, a nice banana can be a healthy choice. The more you follow the warning signs, the more you guard against something that appears harmless but isn't. Mistake 2. Combining sugary meals with bananas. The natural sweetness of a banana can quickly become a blood sugar bomb when combined with high-sugar foods. This is particularly crucial for older persons, as even minor dietary adjustments can have a significant effect on how the body uses glucose. Natural sugars are already present in bananas. It's not a negative thing. When eaten alone, they release energy slowly, especially when combined with fiber or protein. However, the effect changes when a banana is consumed with sugary cereal, sweet pastry, or flavored coffee. Your blood sugar may rise too quickly as a result of that combination, and it may then plummet, which could make you feel exhausted. Confusion, agitation, or even lightheadedness symptoms that many elderly people believe are related to aging but are actually related to diet. Let's take a look at Irene, 76. She had a banana, a muffin, and flavored coffee every morning. She believed that it was a pleasant way to begin the day, but by mid-morning, she was dizzy, drowsy, and uneasy. According to her doctor, it wasn't simply aging. It was a roller coaster of blood sugar. Her energy leveled out, and the mid-morning collapse passed once she began eating her banana with a boiled egg or plain Greek yogurt rather than sweets. The lesson is that it matters what you eat with your banana. For some people, taking one by itself is good, but if your day already consists of refined carbohydrates or sweets, adding a banana could tip the scales too far. It's about finding balance, not about eliminating bananas. When eating a banana, Choose whole grain proteins or healthy fats. Put some peanut butter on it, have it as part of a high-fiber meal, or store it for a midday snack when your blood sugar levels are more stable. You don't have to stop eating bananas, but you're not doing your body any favors if you pair them with donuts, sweet bread, or even sugary smoothies. This is especially true after the age of 60, when insulin sensitivity declines and the stakes rise. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please leave a comment below number 2 to let me know you're here. Additionally, I advise you to turn on the bell and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any videos. Your assistance enables us to keep producing quality content that will educate and motivate you. Let's proceed now. The third mistake is keeping bananas in airtight plastic bags. Sealing bananas in a plastic bag to keep them fresh might seem like a smart idea. However, elderly individuals' usual practice of preserving fruit may backfire. Bananas kept in airtight plastic bags retain moisture and heat, which makes them ideal for the growth of germs and mold and early spoiling. Because they are living fruits, bananas continue to mature even after they are picked, releasing ethylene as they do so. The banana ripens, softens, and decomposes from the inside out in a sealed bag because ethylene has nowhere to go. Once moisture begins to accumulate, you have a warm, humid environment that bacteria adore. Consider Doris, 82. In order to preserve their freshness, she preferred to purchase her bananas in large quantities and tie them tightly in a plastic produce bag. However, she discovered after 2 days that they were mushy and that one of them even had an odd odor. When she opened the bag, she saw a film inside and the beginning of mold, which she had never seen before. What she believed to be fruit preservation was actually hastening the fruit's deterioration. The best course of action is to let the bananas air and store them at room temperature in an area with good ventilation. If you wish to slow the ripening process, you can cover the stems in foil or plastic wrap to lessen the spread of ethylene. Additionally, avoid trapping them in plastic if they begin to get too ripe. Instead, peel and freeze them. Additionally, chopped bananas should never be stored in sealed bags without refrigeration since oxidation and bacterial growth can occur quickly. The chemistry, texture, and safety of the fruit slices should be kept cold in a glass container and consumed within a day. You want to keep bananas safe, clean, and packed with the nutrients you originally intended for them, not merely to prevent them from turning brown. Even seemingly innocuous storage practices can have serious repercussions, particularly for people with weakened immune systems or sensitive digestive systems. It's not about being selective when it comes to avoiding plastic bags for bananas. It's about safeguarding your health from things that are invisible until it's too late. Eating bananas on an empty stomach is mistake number 4. When you eat a banana first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, it might not provide you with the energy you're looking for. Bananas are frequently thought of as a quick and simple meal that you can grab on the go. Actually, it can result in a surge in blood sugar that is followed by a sharp decline, particularly in older persons whose bodies are less able to manage insulin as effectively as they formerly did. Natural sugars, particularly fructose and glucose, are abundant in bananas. When they enter the bloodstream on an empty stomach without any protein or fiber to slow them down, they are rapidly absorbed. This gives you a little energy boost, but it passes quickly, and your blood sugar often lowers after the increase, making you feel even more exhausted, hungry, or even lightheaded. Consider Barbara, 70. Every morning before her stroll, she would have a banana, but halfway through, she would start to feel unsteady, lightheaded, and particularly hungry. She assumed it was simply aging, but her doctor explained that the banana was causing a sharp rise in blood sugar followed by a sharp decline. She now eats half a banana with a little piece of cheese or a handful of nuts, and she hasn't experienced such symptoms since. A banana's high magnesium and potassium content might upset your digestive equilibrium, particularly if you already have reflux, indigestion, or a sensitive stomach lining. Eating a banana on an empty stomach also impacts stomach acid levels. You may have nausea, acid reflux, or bloating. Your stomach required a buffer, not because the banana is awful. What is the solution, then? It's easy. Avoid eating bananas by themselves first thing in the morning. Instead, include some protein or fat. Something that facilitates more equitable handling of the carbohydrates by slowing down digestion. A few of nuts. A half slice of whole grain toast or even a boiled egg can have a significant impact. The issue is not with bananas. The context and timing are that your digestive system grows more sensitive to what enters initially as you age. Making a minor change in your banana eating habits could help you prevent the weariness, hunger, and discomfort that many elderly people attribute to aging. If you're still watching this video and finding these ideas useful, please let me know by leaving a comment at number 4 below. Additionally, I advise you to turn on the bell and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any videos. Your assistance enables us to keep producing quality content that will educate and uplift you. Let's go ahead now. Cooking bananas over high heat is mistake number 5. The majority of people believe that bananas are only bad when they are spoilt or consumed with sugar. However, cooking them at high temperatures is actually one method that they lose value. To soften the texture, you can bake them into muffins, fry them in oil, or microwave them. The nutrients that initially make bananas so healthful can be silently destroyed by extreme heat. Vitamin C, potassium, and a substance called dopamine are all abundant in bananas. Yes, your brain uses the same dopamine to feel happy, but these nutrients are heat sensitive, and vitamin C degrades quickly in hot environments. Dopamine levels fall, and even reasonably stable potassium might seep into the boiling liquid and go completely if left unconsumed. Let's think about Lillian 69. She enjoyed eating warm banana slices with cinnamon in the microwave every night, but she talked to her nutritionist when she noticed that her energy was waning and her digestion was slowing down. It turns out that the fibers that helped control her digestion were broken down and important nutrients were removed when the banana was heated in the microwave. Although it wasn't making her sick, it wasn't also benefiting her body. Additionally, frying or baking bananas into sugary pastries raises a hidden hazard. When sugar and heat are combined, molecules known as advanced glycation end products, or aged, are produced. These substances accelerate cellular aging and cause stiff joints and inflammation. Seniors who are already coping with chronic weariness or arthritis should try to avoid this at all costs. This does not imply that baking with bananas is impossible, but it does indicate that raw bananas are the best option when attempting to maximize health benefits. If you must reheat them, do so quickly over low heat and refrain from using processed flour or sugar butter since these will just exacerbate the damage. Despite their strength, bananas are delicate, and how you handle them in the kitchen has a significant impact. Therefore, consider whether the comfort is worth the sacrifice the next time you go for a warm banana dessert. Because one microwave zap at a time, the fruit that formerly aided in digestion and energy may be losing its usefulness. We'll tie everything together in the last section and discuss the implications of these 5 habits for your future health. Concluding remarks: you've undoubtedly come to the conclusion by now that how we treat them, not the bananas themselves, is the issue. On its own, any of these 5 behaviors might not seem like much, but over time, they might undermine the very advantages we anticipate from this fruit. Furthermore, these nuances become much more important around the age of 60, when your body becomes more sensitive to sugar, inflammation, and indigestion. What caught your attention the most was how mold may appear on overripe fruit without notice, or how a sugary breakfast can cause a blood sugar rise in a banana. Perhaps you've been heating bananas in the microwave for convenience without considering the consequences. With a few wise decisions, you can consume bananas with meaning to safeguard your energy, digestion, and general well-being. This video isn't meant to make you avoid them, because when consumed properly, bananas remain one of the most reasonably priced, nutrient-dense, and filling fruits available. Thus, pay closer attention the next time you see a banana on your counter. Consider whether it's time to throw it away or eat it with something better. Even if the change is slight, your body will detect it, and over time, those little adjustments may result in a stronger, more stable, and healthier version of yourself. We appreciate you being here today, and we hope to hear from you soon. Tell us about one lesson you learned today and how you intend to apply it in your life in the comments section below. We value your opinions, so please feel free to express them. Reading your remarks greatly inspires and motivates us. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it entertaining and useful. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video. Your support enables us to keep producing quality material to educate and uplift you.